afternoon, good morning, good evening, anywhere you are watching WYTV. You're welcome to another edition of News Review where we talk about the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. My name is Ahmed Abbas or Latunji, but you can call me Sido J. And I'm in the studio with...
I'm Ambassador Rochimorilo, son of the prophetess. Good afternoon, viewers all over the world. You're welcome to another News Review.
The sponsor for this show is still Nokpa Abbas, and you can ask for being one of our sponsors. You can call the number on the screen or you can send us a DM. I'll be starting with Punch newspaper today. NLC members protest economic hardship in Lagos. 12 years after, Tinubu adopts Orosanye report merges agencies. Ogun, Kogi, Taraba governors felicitate Punch at 50. NLC begins protest in Ogun State. Then on Vanguard newspaper, I take back my words. Cleric apologizes over call for killing of Remi Tinubu. 40 hostages rescued from kidnappers' den in Taraba. Russia hires Indians for Ukraine war. JAMB begins direct entry registration February 28. Then on Daily Post newspaper, large turnout as NLC protest kicks off in Abuja. Experts query Nigeria's GDP growth rate as suffering worsens. Protesters storm National Assembly in Abuja. Federal government announces 24 hours total closure of Third Mainland Bridge. These are the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. Let's go on a short commercial break. Then when we're back, we talk more on some of the headlines. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break, and that's our sponsor, Nokpa Abbas, that produces Nokpa Abba Bitter, Abba Cool, Abba Flusher, Abba Tonic, Abba Powder. The first headline to look at today is I take back my words. Cleric apologizes over a call for killing of Remi Tinubu. An Islamic cleric, Idris Tenshi, has apologized over his call for the killing of Oluremi Tinubu, wife of the president. Recall that the cleric in a sermon described the wife of the president as an infidel who should be killed. The cleric, who spoke in the Hausa language, said Tinubu's wife is an unbeliever, and even among the unbelievers, she is a leader. She is among those that Allah has instructed us to kill, because she is among the leaders of the unbelievers, he added. The cleric came under fire over the comment. On Friday, the youth wing of the Christian Association of Nigeria, YOWICAN, demanded the arrest on prosecution of the cleric. The group said there is an urgent need for the government and security agencies to take action against the cleric.
Number one, I don't know why the cleric has not been arrested by now. Why is it that, maybe, let me put it this way, even though the Quran, because I don't know what is inside the Quran, made mention that somebody who was not somebody who was an unbeliever could not rule or could not lead. That does not mean that you should come out and open it publicly that the first president, the first lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria should be killed. I don't know what could have conspired this man, and I don't know the kind of motivational speech behind this that makes the clerics to declare that the woman should be, the first lady should be killed. Now, my question is this. What if it is part of the Christians that came out to declare this kind of word? Won't that person be arrested by now?
Well, to me, I feel this is not just about religion. This is about tribe. Because the Hausas, they believe they are the true believers because they are Muslims. and they believe anybody that comes from Southwest are traditionalists. Either they are using Christian or Muslim as a religion. Their main background is being a traditional. Maybe that's what the man...
Well, the man should have come out to let the whole Nigerian knew about this issue before, when the president was when the president elected was campaigning for his for that he was seeking the hand of people in election. So why is it that after when the president has won the election, he now came out to be saying this? Well, automatically the man should be arrested and brought to justice and make him face the law.
Well, for now, that's not the case, because the man actually apologizes to the wife of the president, which is the First Lady of Nigeria. The group said there is an urgent need for the government and security agencies to arrest the man. But then, however, in a new video, Tenshi apologized to the wife of the president over his comment. Tenshi said everything he said was a mistake, adding that he has withdrawn all that he said.
But he would have digested his speech before coming out to say it. Because you see, concerning this issue of social media, you know, we are not in the military era. You remember when you know, I do refer to it that when President Goodluck Jonathan was here, the so-called president and some other cabinets were those that have been sponsoring protests, saying different kind of things. And then Goodluck Jonathan did not regulate social media bill. You have the freedom of speech. You have the right to say whatever you like. Now, when Buhari came in, they said, okay, they launched a speech, this thing on radio, that you can't just talk to the president, you can't just talk to anybody else. Are we in the military regime to the extent in which we can't say, pour out our mind?
Well, me, I felt normally, if the president is doing well, you are going to compliment them on social media.
On social media.
And if they are not doing well, that is the only means of we communicating to them, because we can't be shouting on our streets. How will they get to know?
Get to know that you're well.
But then if it is being posted online, if a president is doing well, no matter the comment they are pulling on him, even if it is propaganda, the president should know that he is doing well.
He is doing well, and he knows what he's doing.
Exactly. Well, the man said, I would like to pass this message to Nigerians regarding a video I did which is circulating on social media. He said, all the things I said were a mistake and I don't stand on the words I said. Other clerics are giving me a proper explanation of the verse that I quoted. As a human being, I am prone to making mistakes. I'm apologizing to Her Excellency Remi Tinubu about the comments I made and taking back the words I said. I am also apologizing to Nigerians because Remi Tinubu is like a mother to us. The season of politics is over. I made those comments during the time the campaign was taking place. Now that God has given Bola Tinubu power, we have no other option than to support him and wish him and his family well. Whoever felt offended by these things I said, I am sorry. So at least
that is medicine after death, because there are some utterances that you can't just say out. When you say it out, it flies over the whole world. For you not to now come and say you withdraw, what about those ears that have gotten to know, that has gotten to hear about those speech? Were they the set of people that will come back and see that you are apologizing to the whole world?
But this is it. This man made this video and said these things before
the election. Yes, I got to know through
the
body of the
the wife of the president even may not. At the beginning, it was Atiku that emerged as the winner.
The winner
of this election. That, let's say Atiku is the president of Nigeria. This thing may not have escalated. To
yes, to this because the president was being because the Bola Tinubu has the power
so
now. Maybe the man
trace the video.
And maybe the man is now scared that maybe the government will come after him. That is why he's coming out to make to tender an apology.
And one of the things that trended this video, it was the hardship going on in Nigeria. Any speculation made on the president or his aides will surely come out as a trending news, because people are really talking about the government. And you know, this man trying to bring down the wife of the president was that she's saying maybe this is the reason why Nigerians are facing hardship because the wife of the president
is an unbeliever.
But let's move on to the next headline here. Large turnout as NLC protest kicks off in Abuja. Now, I actually want to talk about this headline because it is not only Abuja that started the protest.
Protest is also here in Lagos.
Even in Ogun State, there is a protest today in Lagos and some other parts of the country. But then, because Abuja is the FCT,
and
yes, we just have to talk about Abuja. The nationwide protest scheduled for February 27, which is today, and 28 by the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, over the higher cost of living in Abuja has commenced in Abuja. The NLC had alerted its members across the 36 states in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, to protest against the hardship being faced by civil servants in Nigeria. Now, this is the problem I'm having with NLC. Fine, NLC is just for the Labour
Congress.
Labour, and they are the mouthpiece for the Labour.
For the Labour.
But why can't they see it like, okay, that's the reason why they are trying to bring TUC and any other persons. We want to join hands together to make sure the protest is more effective. But now TUC is telling them not to embark on
the protest.
NAS, Nigerian Association of National Association of Nigerian Students, is urging them not to go on with the protest because they felt anything that will stop the activities in Nigeria will actually affect everything.
Everything.
So now, but NLC said no, we are going to stage this because we've given federal government 14 days notice that this thing is coming up, and still they did not see anything that the federal government has done to caution this hardship. Well, to me, I feel NLC is not that active because I feel NLC is the let me say highest ranked
body in the surface of the country.
Yes, the federal government would even have the
fear. Not to since Oshomole left NLC for political ambition, since then you could see that NLC is not effective in the face of the country. And if NLC is not effective, automatically any governor can just be sworn in and do whatever he likes to the masses. Now, when the president came in, the first thing he announced was the fuel subsidy removal. After the fuel subsidy removal, the hardship surfaced at the surface of the country. I believe before the fuel subsidy removal, there might be some visibility study in which the president is going to put in measure to cushion the effect of the first subsidy removal, like increasing the salaries of the workers, now, at least to balance it up.
Sir, one thing I really want us to understand is increasing salary is not hard. But I don't know, maybe the president has a plan. Because people are complaining about, I saw the protest that went on in Osogbo. There was one placard these people are raising up, and I really felt that is one of the things Nigerian government should try and do. They said remove from the rich to subsidize the poor. That is, take from the rich.
Okay.
And then put tax on the money the rich people are making
than it available for the poor. Now,
this is this. I'm still coming back to what you're saying. What you're trying to say now is they should increase salary. That means if they are increasing the salary, they will reduce some government officials' salary. Because I don't know the reason why an House of Assembly member will be making at least 25 million naira in a month. Whereby a teacher that is working tirelessly is collecting is not up to 100,000 naira.
Not up to 50,000.
Exactly. No, I'm just saying it. Let's just say not up to 100,000 naira. So are you telling me now that an House of Assembly member is doing more work than a teacher?
let me come in. We all know the body system of the so-called Africa. That is their system is to take from the poor, they rob the poor to get themselves to enrich themselves. If the system has been like that, nobody can change the fact, except somebody is coming to change. Anybody that is coming to change it, automatically that person must be ready to lay down his life.
Not even that, he must be ready to lead by example.
Lead by example. Now, when they came in, if truly they are not deducting from their salary, automatically you can't, because you didn't deduct from your salary, and begin to make people to cry. They should have, if you don't have the power to reduce your salary, then you should have increased the salary of the workers, at least to balance everything up. They are the one determining the kind of amount of salary that they are going to earn in the office. Now, when a certain amount of money was being set aside to them, they said they wanted to go for a Zong Jeep. Why do you want to buy a Zong Jeep? They said because of the bad roads we have in Nigeria. Who placed those roads to that point that we have a bad road in Nigeria?
Now, sir, I'm sorry. I wanted to say something on what you just noted. If let me say a senator or an House of Assembly member raised it that they wanted to get SUVs because we have a bad road, he's supposed to be arrested. Because a man said, according to his own religion, the wife of the president
is an unbeliever, should be killed.
Arrested him. No, you arrested her. You wanted to arrest him, the cleric. Now, sir, this man in question that said the roads are bad. Now, when you know the roads are bad, why can't you raise that instead of SUV? Like, let us fix our roads.
That is why you will know that the system of the Africa is corrupt. No wonder you see, go to all those Mali, Niger, and some other African countries that coup took place in that place. What happened? Because of the bad leaders they are having. Now, to avert coup in Nigeria, automatically the leader of the so-called country should do the needful. Should do the needful to the extent in which the masses will be relieved of their pain. Now, for instance, when the first subsidy removal is gone, what happened? People began to patronize CNG. They convert their generators, their cars, they began to convert to CNG. Before you get to know, they saw that there was a low patronage in petrol. They had to go and raise, to go and hike the price of gas. Because this set of people know what they are doing. Even if we have the corrupt leaders that are placed that has bewitched the country to this to where the country is, are we the one to suffer the consequence? Don't they know them?
So this is it. I feel now I'm getting to understand the system of this country. They want everything to be working hand in hand, like, because the market on petrol is much. So like everybody depends on petrol, and they want people to patronize another commodity that is as well useful, like petrol. So they open Nigerian eye
on gas.
Now,
at the end of the day,
eyes on gas, the price of petrol and gas is now
almost the same thing. Even the price of gas is not much than the petrol.
Now, this is it. I feel now the president already knows the problem we are facing in Nigeria. That one of the things that is making this country to remain the same or even sinking, because now people now buy ice water, going back to the
old system,
yes, to the olden days system in this new era that people are progressing. Nigeria is regressing.
And you said you were there for a renewed hope. Yes. I believe he might have done his visibility study and know where to start from.
I do tell people there is nothing that has advantage.
That doesn't have disadvantage.
Now, the reason why I said that is, if pure water, a bag of pure water is sold at the rate of...
It's almost 400 naira now.
Yes, 400 naira. I want to ask our producers of pure water. It's a very simple thing. Why is he high? Why is the rate high?
No, okay. You say why is the rate high? It's what you buy that you will sell.
Okay.
For instance, now what's the price of rice when the president came in? It was around 22,000. Now the price of the price of rice now skyrocketed to almost 85,000 naira. Now, what is the cost of diesel? You remember last week there was a day warning strike by the NOPEC. All those people that are lifting fuel all over the country. What happened? Based on the cost of diesel, that will make them to transport the fuel from one location, from the depot to where they are going to offload the PMX product, that will make it go around the country. Why is it that when government is taking a decision, they don't think twice before taking those decisions? At the end of the day, when those decisions is being taken, it will not boomerang and bounce back on them.
Thank you, sir. Sir, there is a reason for me raising the point of the pure water, the table water, and pure water. Sir, when you were growing up, did you take anything like
I didn't take anything like pure water. I drink from the stream. I take baby.
And you are fine.
I'm fine.
Now, I want to tell Nigerians, I want to ask this question. Normally, we all know that we are just trying to do things in our own convenience, like, okay, what we want. Sir, I want to say this. Going back to the
old
system, do you think it's not the best way? Because I feel it relieves us from
you see, let me tell you
and
this.
Nigerians, once they see that you are patronizing something in Nigeria, don't forget that to keep soaring high. Now, if you check, sorry sir, if you check, before, when you were young, how many public schools do you have?
I didn't attend, I attend universal primary education first.
There was so much private school.
Private school then, yes.
But when they see that people are now
patronizing private school, they had to abandon the public school.
And you know that government will always fund the school with the money they are seeing from the school and students.
And students, yes.
They will not take it from the government
government pocket.
Now people are now complaining that the school is getting old.
And no wonder we have the
How many students do we have?
dilapidated buildings in some of the public schools today.
And the private school we are talking about the price of school fee in private school keeps soaring high, and people keep going there.
Now, despite the hardship in the surface of the country now, where the education sector we have 0%. Do you know at least almost 6 university was still the proposal of 6 university was still brought before the House for an approval?
Private school?
Private school, yes.
Well, let's move on. However, as Nigerians continue to grapple with economic hardship, the union decided to embark on a 2-day nationwide protest to press their demands. Despite security advisory by the Department of State Services, DSS, the union kick-started the protest in many cities across the country. Aggrieved Nigerians and workers were seen trooping into the labor house with security operatives in the early hours of today. So I would just say, if you're having a protest anywhere in Nigeria,
let it be peaceful protest.
It peaceful. Don't let people hijack.
If talks will not be sponsored to go and hijack, you know, there was a note from the federal government, even from the High Court, that there is a pending case in the court that the labor could not go on protest.
Exactly.
Not until when Falana wrote to them that going on protest is legal, that the police should provide maximum security for the protesters.
Well, this is where we are going to be ending it on the show today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms on YouTube, TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook at Wisdom Yard Online TV. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatuji. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for joining us on the show. And don't forget that the sponsor for the show is still Nokwa Abbas. Take care of yourself and have a wonderful day.